I'm Kitty, and this is Hustle Season.
So, like, why don't you trust nobody?
Hey everybody, it's Kitty with another episode of Hustle Season. We have a very special guest. Introduce yourself, lovely.
Hi, my name is Taylor, owner of Taylor Renee Photography.
Taylor Renee Photography. Taylor is an awesome photographer. She was my photographer for a shoot that it could have broke the internet if people would have tuned in more. But it should have broke the internet. But we have Taylor here. She looking like...
We didn't release all the photos.
Yes. Anyway, so tell us about Taylor Renee Photography. When did you start?
I got into photography in high school in like 10th grade. I took a photography class. It literally started off in like the dark room, developing film, and all that. And I just like became super obsessed with taking pictures of like eyes and really like up close, detailed pictures of like eyeballs and people's like eyes and
Interesting.
making like weird poster art out of it. And it all developed since then.
And you upgraded to full body. No,
Yeah,
I'm
full
kidding.
body.
So
Body.
what was it about the eyes for you?
I don't know. I've just like always really liked eyes. They're like super cool and detailed. They look like planets.
Yeah.
So everyone in my family has like green eyes except one of my brothers. So
That's interesting.
yeah.
I never heard nobody say something so specific like that. Okay. So that's interesting. And then after school, so you took a photography class.
Yeah, in high school.
And then did you go and you do any college courses, or you kind of just
No, I never went to college. It was
blossomed?
pretty much everything else after that was like self-taught,
Yeah.
YouTube.
That's the best teacher.
Yeah, hours and hours on YouTube, especially when I like upgraded my equipment. A few years ago, there was like a huge learning curve with a camera that I switched to. But yeah, I really started off like getting into like portrait photography, like lifestyle stuff, family stuff, newborns, couples. For like one specific family is like who I started it with. A friend of mine, like her and her boyfriend had a kid young, and we used to just like play dress up with her first baby and like Easter shoots, Mother's Day shoots, like all these like specific themed shoots of baby Jack and
Aw, baby Jack.
yeah, and now they have like 3 kids. They like got married and
Interesting.
everything. But yeah, like started off with like free shoots with them really. And then, you know, families and people like started contacting me online. I'm like, whoa, I can
That's fire.
do this for real.
So how long did you have to do like the free shoot phase?
Oh my
did
God.
it- was it just
a
with that
long
family?
A long time, actually.
Oh.
Like, I did that stuff for a long time. The type of person I am, like, I want to be really confident in what I'm, like, delivering, or I don't want your money.
Right.
So, yeah, like, I wanted to know, like, yeah, I'm nice with this. Like, before I really started, like, hey, I do this now. This is my price. Because that's like awkward too. I feel like when you do like decide to charge and like how to word all that. It's like,
Well, yeah, it's like you said. You waited. You gave yourself time to develop as a person. You know, we all got to do the free. The free stage it's a little annoying, especially if you know you can do it.
yeah,
And you just got to put just a little more experience under your belt. So sometimes it could be like,
you gotta convince everyone else too. Like,
yeah, you got to convince everybody else how good you are, and you're not gonna get the bookings until you get like those customers that can be like, okay, yeah, she's good, you know. So I know that stage was pretty annoying, but I'm glad you made it through that.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people doing pictures with you, and that's pretty dope. Like I said, Taylor did this very, very nice boudoir
yes, boudoir.
shoot, and I was so super confident when I came in there.
No, we had a
I
vibe. It was only like 20
nervous.
minutes, but it was a vibe.
Yeah, you would never know. Well, I don't know if you could tell how nervous I was, but I was fucking nervous as shit. But the area we shot in was so nice. It was after I got there, I ended up loosening up a little bit because your vibe was just there. you
Yeah.
know?
I'm a girl's girl. I love like hyping women.
And that's dope. Have you ever had like any customers that were like, you just couldn't catch the vibe? You had to kind of, how do you go about that? Like the stiff customer, right?
You know what?
Like the one who like, oh, I want to do these photos.
I've had one customer like that.
And it's okay because everybody starts somewhere.
Yeah, like she's just like, I think she's just a very reserved person. Just super, super reserved, but like it is strange. Like I'm such a weirdo. I feel like I bring everybody's like inner weird, goofy self out by like me being like that. But like I just don't think this woman had it in her. So
so you tried.
I did, and I was like, okay, like, and then I just stopped trying to like break the ice essentially. But no, usually like that's like the first thing people say. Like I'm getting texts like or messages before people even get home, like, oh my God, that was amazing. I had such a great time. Like, or like, I had one woman book a boudoir session with my like Valentine marathon last year. And I was like, oh, like, are you doing this like for your man? And she was like, no, I just got out of like a super physically abusive relationship. And like, this is for myself. So it was like super empowering. I like loved that. It was like meaningful. Yeah. So I love little like stuff like that from clients. And
isn't it interesting seeing like the different type of clients you get? Like you'll have the one client, like you said, super reserved, and then you have the other client that just knows what she wants, knows what she's doing. So what advice do you have for those super nervous girls? Like do you have any advice for like on how they can chill?
Take a shot.
Like, take a shot.
No,
for real.
Like honestly, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like,
take a shot.
Take a shot. Like, take a shot.
Or there's some nice green stuff that will.
Whatever, yeah. Like I would say, like like just whatever like relaxes you a little bit. Everyone is nervous though.
Yeah.
Like I do shoots for so many like dancers, strippers, whatever you want to call it, but like those girls are hella nervous when they start a shoot too. You know what I mean? So I just feel like that like puts it into perspective. Like you're probably gonna feel silly. The shots won't look silly.
Yeah, but you know what? I've been doing photo shoots, I want to say, for like 10 years now. And every single time I'm nervous. I don't think there was one time I wasn't. Now, during the shoot, I loosen up a little bit, like or if I'm with like a photographer that I'm used to, like Darren, I go to Darren a lot. He was actually one of the first people that I found in Buffalo that did photo shoots and stuff. And like, so I go to him a lot. And after a while, it's just like, when I go to the, shoot with him, it's just like, he just know me. Yeah, Darren, I'm nervous, but you know that.
Yep. So
it's always good. That's another thing. Some advice that I would give to models is find your photographer. Some people,
mesh well.
Yeah, it is good to work with different photographers though. But if you have like a go-to person or someone you're more comfortable with or shoot with more or makes you or coaches you a little more during your session, do your shoots that way. Build your portfolio that way, and then that way, everything else will come.
For sure.
For sure. So, and you're a mother. So happy Mother's Day to you.
Thank you. Yes, same to you.
Yes. How is it being a mom? And
it's awesome. It's so exhausting, but it's awesome. My daughters are crazy.
How old are they?
3 and 1.
Oh,
I'm busy.
I was just watching a TV show, and it's called the TV show is, don't judge me, it's called Evil.
Okay.
But I like thrillers and shit. So, but yeah. So in the girl in the TV show, she has 4 daughters that are like all close in age. I think they're like 10, 11. 6 and 7, and I know they're so close in age, but it's like so cute.
It is really cute.
Like, because when the mom comes in the house, all the daughters just start talking all crazy and stuff like that, and I don't know, I love that.
Yeah,
like I have a 3-year-old too, And it's just so cute when she comes up to me and she wants to play. You know, we play dollhouse. So yeah, being a mom is really rewarding.
It's awesome.
Do you find yourself struggling as an entrepreneur in any type of way, having kids or anything?
Yes, 1,000,000%. Like, shout out to my man. I have like the most supportive partner I could have ever asked for. Like, he's at home with the girls right now. But yeah, like it is. I you know, during the busy months, I will have me a mental breakdown and like be anxious. You know, I work full time still.
Yeah.
Like, I work at an alternative school as a teacher's aide. So like I deal with, you know, badass kids all day.
Right.
And I love them and I love that
Yeah.
job. Like, it honestly doesn't even feel like work, but it's still like, you know, it's time I'm not working on my business or working on my home, like, because I do feel guilty when, like, you know, the laundry's not done.
Okay, so it's not just you, because I'm like, oh,
no, it's like something's gonna fall to the wayside, like, and I feel like you just kind of have to be okay with that. Like, as an entrepreneur, like, if you are properly like prioritizing your business, you're not gonna be a superhero. Like, you're not gonna have every single aspect of your life just perfect. It's not realistic. So as soon as I like let go of that and like let go of like the pressure of like societal gender roles, because like my boyfriend doesn't care if like I'm here and he's cooking dinner and doing the dishes. You know what I'm saying? But like
it's important.
People have things to say about, but who cares? Like, you
no.
find what works for you and your diet and within your house or within your village.
And that's what people don't understand. Like, I'm not about to, because it's important to have a supportive partner. It's very important, especially if you're an entrepreneur, you got kids and everything like that. And people don't understand, I have something that I want to pursue. And yes, my significant other, yes, he's at home with my daughter supporting me because I want to pursue this. And regardless of what he does in his daily life or anything, it's not about that. It's about the fact that I have a supportive partner, and just try to acknowledge that, please. But a lot of people aren't going to see it like that, and it's okay. I did have a struggle where a lot of people were like, because there was a point where I was just doing my own thing and I was working full time, and my partner had lost his job and everything. So he had to sit at home and everything, but he was home with the kids, you know? I didn't have to pay for daycare and things like that. So he was still serving his purpose during his downtime. And people always want to talk down on it, but it's really a blessing.
You find what works for you.
It's really a blessing.
Yeah.
And until someone is in that position, they will never know what type of blessing it is for them.
Yeah.
You know? So that's pretty dope that you can juggle both, working full time, having a business, having kids. It's really hard. And I definitely commend you because...
Same to you. It's hard. Yeah, for real. We just moved too. It's just like all these, like, I moved my studio last month to like my own space from a shared space.
That's dope.
Super exciting. Lots of money.
Yeah.
Again, like, my partner like helps facilitate, like, you know, me being able to like spend more of, you know, my daytime job money like on my business. And like all these things are like essential. Like, you have to have good people around you, no matter what you're doing to be successful.
It is definitely. Do you have any advice for like beginner photographers? Like, I know you said you self-taught, so that's important because a lot of people think they gotta really go to college to achieve certain types of. A lot of people think that. Yeah. And I'm not saying don't go to college.
Yeah, and I'm not.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't make that face, like, but it's like I would love to go to college and just take classes that like
to help
I want to take that like helps me, but like you don't need to go get a degree in photography to be a photographer. I do. I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna like do it, don't just do it for money. Like, it is a creative like thing. It's an artistic thing. It's like about perceptions. That's why everybody's photography looks so different. Like, I see the world differently than you see the world.
Right.
And so on and so forth. So like, don't just do anything like just like make money. Like, do it because you're passionate about it. Like, be your own person, like find your voice, like the same way writers have a voice, like photographers have a voice, like find your thing and like perfect it. Like always be trying to learn.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on yourself, but like don't
be confident in
don't
yourself.
be like too cocky either. It's like you gotta like have a balance. You gotta like know who you are.
Mm-hmm. So when do you think is a good time to, because you know, I hear a lot of people say, like, do you ever hear the saying, and I'm probably not even saying it right, when people say, I was tired of being humble. You know, at what moment do you think it's time to say, all right, we're going to put the humble stuff? Because sometimes people will sleep on you. Like if you're too humble and you're, you know, because even to this day, I don't talk like I'm like the best. You know, I'm confident in myself, but I'm not like a gloater. I'm not egotistic or anything like that. So I don't really talk pop big shit to people, but people say I should. You know, they'd be like,
no, I get it. I do that.
Like,
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like that's not like in me to be like that. Like, I feel like the way my dad like raised me, like I played sports my whole life. I was always like that girl in sports. I'm hella athletic. I'm very aggressive. Like I feel like my demeanor spoke for itself. I didn't have to. And I kind of feel the same way about like my work. Like there's certain shoots and I'm going through the raw pictures like the other day and I'm like, shh, babe.
You that.
When it comes to this photography shit.
You that.
Damn. I'm that bitch. But like I'm never going to be like actually like openly talking about it. I just feel like I continue to work on like my own personal projects. You know, I still do free stuff like when I decide to. Like that's the one like thing that's annoying sometimes is like you're doing mostly like what your clients want. So I don't always get to like do all these creative ideas that I have. People don't see things and visualize them the way that I can like see a whole.
So
like,
you know that you. So basically, it sounds like you know that you're capable of way more than you've done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So do you think that it's important to stay humble, to just stay grounded?
You just gotta like keep grinding. You just gotta like keep working really hard. Like that's it. And networking. It's not even a question. Yeah. I really think so. Especially like I'm not from the city of Buffalo.
Okay.
You know, like I grew up in Hamburg. I didn't really know anybody from out here. So like my clientele is like really from like the ground up when it comes, like I didn't go to high school with people.
But that's
like nobody knows me.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like the random weird
But you built
girl
a
that
name
pops
for
out
yourself.
Yeah, like I am building. Like it is cool. People like will see me. Like someone stopped me in Wegmans the other day and was like, "Oh my god, are you Taylor Renee Photography? I follow your page. I love your." And I was like, "Oh wow, that
Isn't
like
that a good
that felt
feeling?
so good. Yeah, it did feel really good. I was like, "Oh, that's cool." So
that's great.
Yeah, little stuff like that. Like I care about that stuff. I care about my work.
That's great. That's a great feeling because I swear I had went to the grocery store before and they was like, "Oh, don't you have that show Hustle Season?" I didn't know this person from a can of paint, and I'm like, it just feels good because it's like, dang, I didn't even, you know, other people is watching.
People are watching,
but when you actually see somebody that you never knew or never met watching, it's like shit.
Yeah, strangers will be like your biggest supporters.
Yeah,
that's
like
another thing.
I'm from Niagara Falls. I'm born and raised in Niagara Falls. A lot of people think I'm from Buffalo because of how much I do in Buffalo. Like all my business is in Buffalo. Anything I do is in Buffalo. But I'm really from the Falls, and it's really hard out there to get support. Like it's so small, and it's just like, you know, like I don't know. It's like a competition out there. Kind of like a competition of nothing, but you know. It is what it is, but, you know, so I come to Buffalo because it's, like, more of a range of people I can work with and things like that. And then people be like, aren't you from Buffalo? No, I'm from Niagara Falls, but thank you. So I had to really build myself up to that, too. Like, it was just like, who's this girl from nowhere just coming in thinking that she can be a podcaster?
Right.
Like, who is she? And then it's a lot, but it's good to see people build their self from the ground up is what I'm trying to get to. know, like these ain't people we went to high school with. These ain't support. People you went to high school with aren't the ones calling you. People that you scraped your knee and, you know, was in the same class with aren't the ones calling you. It's people that you never met before that you really have to introduce yourself to.
Yeah.
So I definitely commend those people who built themselves from the ground up. So I commend you.
Thank you.
So it was so nice talking to you about your business and everything. Is there do you have like a booking site or whatnot?
I actually just
book through social media.
I have a website. My brother is a web designer, and he just hasn't like activated my site yet because I'm real.
It's okay because
particular.
I got a site
I'm like,
pending
I want
too.
this picture here, and I want this here, and whatever. So I'm just like being crazy about it. But no, I handle everything like booking wise, like myself, just because I do have 2 kids, and I do, you know, check in with my partner, and like we see like what shift he's on like next week and all that. So you could really just hit me up on any socials. I typically get back to people within like a day. Forgive me if I ever leave you on red on accident.
Not on purpose.
I swear to God, like I've been blocked like twice about
what?
Yeah, it's like I didn't respond right away. So then like I went back, you know, maybe like 6 hours later to respond, and I had been blocked.
And
like I promise I didn't leave you on red. I was just
I
have
goodness.
ADHD
They said you
and I got busy
for them.
Yeah, something like that. But I promise.
But you know what? That's what people don't understand. Like it's like, doing business and stuff, having your own business. It's busy. It's busy.
Yeah.
We're not fake busy. And even when we not busy, we kind of busy because we got to worry about our home life and kids and everything. So it's not us being funny. We busy. But everybody can reach Taylor on social media. Let them know how they can reach you.
I am under Taylor Renee Photography 716 on Instagram and Facebook. That's it. I don't got no Twitter or anything fancy like that.
Is there anything that you want people to know about you as a person? Do you think there's any misconceptions about you?
I would hope not. God. I'm just really like goofy. I'm a girl's girl. I'm like a real weird art kid. I'm creative. Like I'm genuine.
She's genuine, guys. So if you want to book a shoot, make sure y'all book with Taylor. I'll be actually sharing some photos that she did with me later. That she did with me. Yeah, that she did with me. Later, so you guys can see our work and everything. Y'all know to follow Kitty Quinn Productions for this interview. This interview will be airing very soon. And thank you for watching.
Thank you for having me.
You are very welcome. It was so nice to have you. You're a great guest.
Thank you.
And tune into Hustle Season.
Yes.
Bye, guys.